Hi guys, and welcome back to Virtual Oasis on Tuesdays with Tori. And I was thinking really hard about the type of video I wanted to make this week, because there's so many things I can discuss.
I'm trying not to get the shadow of me holding my tripod and camera. That's a little distracting. It's not cute. So, I was
Trying to figure out the type of video I wanted to make, and I wanted you guys to see from me because there's so much I can talk about this week. Our theme is movies, books, and music, and it's very hard for me to narrow down what has made the biggest impact on me, what's the most important, but I think I figured it out, and it's quite cheesy, and this video is going to be a moment of mortification for me, but I think it's the most honest and authentic if I'm just very blunt. So, it's going to be in the realm of reading and books. I've spent so much time reading when I was younger. It was quite obsessive with the way I was doing it. Instead of friends, I had books, and that's not to be like, woe is me, my childhood sucked. It was a very deliberate choice on my behalf. I preferred immersing myself in the world of literature than wasting time with people, and I was a very, I wouldn't say isolated, but introverted and shy person when I was younger, and some of that still has carried on to my young adulthood. However, it's not as bad. And I just read. I would read from morning to night, front cover to back cover. I would finish books in days, a few days. It was what I loved doing, and it's still what I love doing. I just don't have as much time or as many books to read anymore. And I just remember being that kid that every time you read a book, you would get a sticker, and mine would be filled to the very end, overflowing off the chart. And that is just who I was. It's what I love doing. However, there's one book that has always meant the most to me, and it's very embarrassing to admit it, and that's what I want to talk about in this video. So, the most important book to me has always been the dictionary, and as cheesy as this is, I would sit in my room with a pile of sticky notes and a few notebooks. I would write words, I would write their definitions. Words I would find the prettiest, I would write down, I would write their definition. I would doodle annotations on the side of my dictionary. I would sticky note them, and words that I wanted to use in stories or find excuses to use, I would do the same. And I never really had a reason why I was doing this. My upbringing was pretty modest. I didn't have many things. I had the things I needed with a little bit of extra. And even so, it was just something I genuinely enjoyed doing. I would do it at school, I would do it at home, and when I wasn't reading an actual novel, I had a dictionary. And I wrote short stories, and I would just research words obsessively, and it was, I don't even know, when I think about what I was doing, because English is my first language, I could understand maybe if I wasn't fluent, or maybe I was studying for a test, I don't know. I just had no reason to do it, and I would just do it anyway and keep doing it, and I don't know, it was just something I did, and I did it up for a very long time. I remember even doing it in high school. Not as much because I didn't have as much free time, and I had a little bit of a social life then. So, I don't know. I just loved learning words, and I count a lot of my academic success, the easiness and ease that I passed writing long essays and papers, and being knowledgeable in, I don't know, just literature in general. I count a lot of that to me in dictionaries and me in books in general. And when I think back at it, it's such a really dweeb thing for me to have done. I would pass on nights out watching anime with my friends because I would be writing down definitions and words and sitting with my dictionary in my lap, just reading it and going alphabetically down to find new words that I didn't know. And to me, that's amazing because even though our language is this advanced, each of us have a different level of how many words we know, we can still learn more, and we're never going to run out of the ability to learn. And I don't know, me in general, I love languages and I love the concept of them, and I love the idea that everybody has different ways of expressing different things, or may lack in expressing certain things. And I guess to me, I've always wanted to know as much as possible. I would hate when I didn't know something that someone said to me because I didn't understand a word or the context that it was used. So I guess this was just my way of, I don't know, I was always book smart, but I was never good at certain things. And for a long time, I felt inadequate with my writing ability and my communication skills, I guess. And I would envy those who weren't like maybe smart, they were just very pretentious, and you could tell. And not to say that I went out saying really long words for no reason. I just wanted to be able to write prettily, and yeah, and that's what I did. And I do write a lot on my free time, however, none of that stuff is public. I do post some of my poetry occasionally, but most of it's very simply written and just using a lot of metaphors. And I think I love metaphors the most, really, because you can use anything to describe anything else, and yet you can induce emotions in other people from the words that you choose to use or you choose to write. So that's why I decided to share with you guys today just a dictionary rather than a list of my favorite books, because I knew that was going to be impossible. I have so many, and really I stick to certain genres. They're all from the horror, murder, mystery-ish, drama-ish series type of realm, so I didn't want to be monotonous, and I thought nobody else is going to share the fact that they read dictionaries as kids. And when I say I read dictionaries, I read every single page to the very end, and I stuck sticky notes in those that sparked my interest most. And I guess that's kind of why I know a lot of words. I don't know all of the words, clearly, because English language, and really words that aren't necessarily English that you could know, like Latin and stuff. I don't know all of that, but I'm still occasionally, I don't usually use dictionaries anymore. I just use online, and I do the same thing sometimes, but not as frequently or as obsessively as I did. So that is what my video is about. It's really just about me being a nerd and me being obsessed with, I'm trying not to get the shadow on my face, me being obsessed with knowing a lot. And yeah, like I said, I count a lot of my academic success towards my ability to read well and read quickly and read often and just being well practiced in reading. I feel like it's like, if you're going to be a runner, you clearly need to practice running so you can build up a stamina. And I feel like it's the same with writing. If you want to be, or reading, if you want to be doing very well, then you're going to have to do that. I can tell you I scored extremely high on my ACT in reading and writing, the reading and writing sections, because of what I did, and that saved my average because my math and science were not so hot. But yeah, that is what my video is going to be about. And if you are having academic troubles, or if you find like you're bad at communicating, I definitely recommend of trying to learn new words, new way of saying things, and just practice reading, because I think it's a skill everybody needs. And if you want to become better at expressing yourself, then maybe you should read how people express themselves fictionally, or I think you can learn a lot of life lessons from fictional characters, definitely. And yep, you can, I don't know, I've just looked up to so many fictional characters that aren't real because their personalities are written in a way that you can feel, I don't know, moved by them. But I'm going to stop rambling because I went on 9 minutes about dictionaries, books, and me being a dork. So With that being said, I will see you guys next Tuesday with another video, and I hope you enjoyed this, or if you made it through the end, I don't know how, but I'm grateful, and I hope you have a wonderful, happy, great, superb, marvelous week, and everything goes great for you, and you have something wonderful pop up in your life, because everybody deserves that. So I'll see you guys next Tuesday, and make sure you subscribe to join the Virtual Oasis fam, and check out the other members' videos, because I'm definitely interested in what everybody's going to post, because I think these 3 things, although they're just simple hobbies, can evoke so much in so many type of people in different ways, and I'm very excited to see that. So I'll see you guys, and I'll quit talking.